said that it's honestly just the book itself that they didn't like, because of some stuff with like Colleen Hoover and her background. And then they said that the book itself can be like very triggering and dramatic and not like the most relaxing thing to listen to. And like, I don't know, some people just didn't like the whole like dramatic like relationship sort of thing. I don't know. So I was like, all right, we're gonna try a different book and see how people feel about this one. So I actually did a short about this book. And you guys really loved it. It's called The Perfect Marriage. It's called The Perfect Marriage. It's actually a murder mystery, and like I said, I did a short on it and you guys ate it up. So you guys really wanted me to like record myself reading it, so we're just gonna try it out and see if you guys even like it. I'm gonna read the back for those of you that didn't see that short. I'm gonna read the back so you can kind of get a gist of what it's about. So it says, Sarah Morgan is a successful and powerful defense attorney in Washington, D.C. As a named partner at her firm, life is going exactly how she planned. The same cannot be said for her husband, Adam. He's a struggling writer who has had little success in his career, and he tires of his and Sarah's relationship as she is constantly working. Out in the secluded woods at the couple's lake house, Adam engages in a passionate affair with Kelly Summers. But one morning, everything changes. Kelly is found brutally stabbed to death, and now Sarah must take on her hardest case yet, defending her own husband, a man accused of murdering his mistress. Instantly, when I read this in Target, because I got it from Target, my mouth dropped. Okay, like, I was reading it to myself and my mouth visibly dropped, and the guy that was sitting next to me, he was like, "It's good, huh?" I was like, sounds good. Also, I instantly said to myself, he would have been going to jail, because ain't no way you're going to jail, sorry. So yeah, let's just read it. There's like a prologue and then maybe like the first chapter. This is not going to be like a really long video. I just want to see how I feel about it and how you guys feel about it, and then we'll decide if we're going to continue doing it. So let's just get into it. Okay, the prologue. Did he love her? He loved the way she looked at him, the way her bottom lip trembled and her foot quaked when she... Alright, I thought this was gonna be like a nice little murder mystery, use our context clues kind of thing. This is rated R. So disclaimer, if you're under the age of 18, not for you. Okay, let's start over. Did he love her? He loved the way she looked at him, the way her bottom lip trembled and her foot quaked when she orgasmed. He loved the way her long chestnut locks fell in front of her doe eyes as she rode him, and the way her slender back curved into a crescent moon when he thrust her from behind. You guys, this was not supposed to be this kind of book, you guys. This was supposed to be like something really lighthearted and cute. Like, not cute and not lighthearted either, because it's a murder, but you get what I'm saying. Like, this wasn't supposed to be this. This was supposed to be this. I apologize. Did he love her? He loved parts of her, but the question isn't whether or not he loved her. The question is, did he kill her? Honestly, I don't care if he killed her or not. Send him to jail. Chapter 1 is pretty short, so let's read it. I don't think I'm going to read chapter 2. I think we're just dipping our toe in today. This is just a bonus video, so let's just read chapter 1 really quickly. Chapter 1 is titled Sarah Morgan. Not again. The disappointment in his voice fills the room and hangs there like a light fog, clouding us from one another. I take in a deep breath, removing the haze, and let it out just as quickly, clearing the path back between us. I don't need to look at him to know his eyes are disheartened and his lips are pressed firmly together. body. After 10 years of marriage, Adam still does that for me. After 10 years of marriage, I still do that for him. Disappoint him, I mean. We were supposed to leave for the lake house yesterday. You said you'd be able to today. I break our embrace and began packing up my briefcase, my sense of responsibility outweighing my levels of sentiment. I know, it's just I have so much work to do and a huge closing statement to prepare for. Adam walks to the doorframe of our master bedroom and leans against it. He folds his arms in front of his chest. There's nothing more that I want at this moment than to be wrapped in his arms rather than wrapped up in a messy court case. But there are some things that even I can't control. You always have so much work to do. There's always a big case you're working on. He narrows his eyes at me playfully, but in a somewhat accusing way, as if I were now on trial. Someone has to pay the bills. Ooh. I know that just hurt his ego so hard. I give a small smile. That lands. He shakes his head so slightly I almost don't notice it, but I acknowledge it. I place my hands on his shoulders. He pretends he won't lean down to meet my lips, but I know he will. He can't resist me, just like I can't resist him. He smiles, but his game of tug-of-war only lasts a few seconds before his body bends toward me. Our lips meet again, and this time more passionate. This time our mouths spread, our tongues swirl, and his hands run up and down my back. I consider calling it all off at that moment. I'll quit the firm. We'll sell this house and we'll move to our lake house in Virginia. Just the two of us running hand in hand into our own fairy tale. But reality sneaks back in. I have to go, I whisper into his ear as I pull away. I'm always the first to pull away. Someday will be everything I always knew we would be, but someday isn't today. But it's our 10th anniversary tomorrow, he frowns. He still has that boyish charm I fell in love with, and it would be annoying if I weren't always so smitten by it. I'm going to try and make it there tomorrow. I take a step back from him, surveying his disappointed face at the damage I've done. He lets out a huff. After 10 years, you'd think I'd be used to you doing this, but I'm not. Adam rubs his chin as if he's contemplating what he'll say next. I'm just really fed up with it, Sarah. He lowers his head and shakes it. I close the space between us and bury my face into his chest. I'm sorry. I know I've disappointed you, but regardless, after this case is over, I'm taking a week off of work. I've already talked to Kent. I look up at him with doe eyes, hoping he'll be happy with the news. He lets on a small smile. Is this a real promise or a Sarah promise? I lightly pat his chest. Oh, stop. He grabs my hand and pulls me in for another kiss. I'll stop when you stop, he smirks. I kiss him again. Oh, I almost forgot. From the closet, I pull out a small wrapped box and present my gift to him. I got you something. He looks at it and then at me. You shouldn't have, he says, taking the perfectly wrapped present. We had agreed after our 5th anniversary we weren't going to do gifts anymore, but I couldn't help myself. I know I've been neglectful, but this was my small way of making it up to him. He pauses for a moment and then carefully unwraps the gift. He flips the box open, unveiling a Patek Philippe Grand Complication watch with alligator band and a gold face. It's some sort of fancy watch. I don't know anything about watches, so sorry. His mouth drops open. I've been looking for this watch for years, but this is too much. He protests while admiring the intricacies and design of the watch face. No, it's not. It's 10 years of marriage. I pull the watch out. Look at the engraving. He flips the watch over, and on the back is engraved 5,256,000. Adam looks to me. What's that? That's how many minutes are in 10 years. Oh, every time you're late or stand me up, he teases. I roll my eyes at him. I'm kidding. No, you're not. I tilt my head. I know he's not kidding. He lowers his arm and returns his attention to me, placing his hands on my shoulders, running them down my arms. You're right, but I love you anyway, Sarah. He kisses me hard. After untangling ourselves from a passionate kiss, we make our way down to the kitchen, a large and modern space with stainless steel appliances, cream-colored cupboards, and granite countertops. I set my briefcase on the island and rummage through the fridge for fruit and water. I take some sliced pineapple and a glass bottle of San Pellegrino, which should tide me over until I send my assistant on a lunch run. Damn, so she's planning on being gone all day. That's crazy. Adam pours 2 cups of coffee and places one beside my black Bottega briefcase. He removes the used coffee filter from the machine and walks to the garbage, pressing his foot on the pedal to open the lid. Just as he is about to discard the refuse into the can, a brief glittering of silver catches his eye. What's this? Adam reaches down into the trash, pulling out the source of luminescence, a torn envelope with the card inside. Your mom sent us an anniversary card, I reply without looking up from my phone. And you just threw it away. He crumples up his face. I read it, acknowledged it, and digested it. What more do you want me to do with it? He pulls the card out of the ripped open envelope and reads it aloud. I can't believe you lasted 10 years. Happy anniversary, my darling, Adam and Sarah. P.S. Where are my grandchildren? Love, Mom. He smiles and walks to the fridge. That was nice of her. He begins searching through drawers for a magnet to secure his prize to the front of our stainless steel fridge. I roll my eyes as I watch him add a piece of garbage to the refrigerator. What are you going to do today? I change the subject. I'm just going to let this one go, and by this one, I mean his mother. I pick up the cup of coffee and bring it to my lips. It burns, but a good type of burn, like the small fires we sometimes need in our lives to remind us that we are alive. Well, now that I have nothing but time on my hands, he says with a chuckle, while looking at his new watch. I let out a small, polite laugh for his terrible joke. I'll probably head up to the lake house and get some writing done. Daniel needs more pages before he can pitch the book. I nod and take another sip. The last ones you sent were wonderful. Your agent is going to love them. Make sure you send me your newest ones. Do you mean that? He skeptically raises an eyebrow. I mean everything I say, especially about you. I wink. He sets his cups of coffee down and closes the distance between us, standing behind me with each hand on the countertop. He nuzzles and kisses my neck while pressing his pelvis into my butt. I giggle like a schoolgirl. Me too, girl. Come tomorrow, just for the day. I'm going to try, even if I can just spend a few hours with you. Goodness. Do more than try. We've had the lake house for over a year and you haven't spent more than one night up there. I said I'll try. I take another sip of my coffee. He groans into my neck. Please. I'll do everything in my power to be there tomorrow, and you and I can finally christen that lake house. Ugh. See, that makes me want to gag because you know that he's already christened it. Hate men. Just kidding. Love him, but can't stand him sometimes. I playfully back into him. He pulls me in tight and kisses my neck. Now that is a plan I can get behind. Adam turns me around to face him and runs his hands all over my body. Thank you for being patient with me. I raise my chin so our eyes can meet, giving him my most bashful puppy dog eyes to convey as much sincerity as I mean to express with my words. His eyes lock with mine. I'd wait a lifetime for you and then some. See, this guy seems really in love. Like, he's not giving cheater vibes. Like, I'm not getting that. I don't know. He kisses my forehead, the tip of my nose, and then my and that's chapter 1. So this book is a lot like it ends with us, in the sense that it changes like point of views. So it seems like the next chapter is going to be in his point of view, which means we're probably going to see him doing a little bit of Jaden. But I mean, necessary for the storyline. Honestly, you guys, it wasn't like super exciting of a first chapter, but it was enough that I feel interested to like keep going. I don't know, you guys. I'm kind of into it. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys don't like want me to read it, I'm gonna read it myself, but maybe I can do like chapter updates, like in shorts. Like maybe I can do like a chapter by chapter update in shorts, or a full-length video. I don't know, like basically tell you what happened in the chapter without reading the whole chapter to you. Maybe, I don't know, like a Cliff Notes version of what happens. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed. I don't really have a schedule for like these bonus videos. I honestly just do one when I remember like a specific thing that I want to do, when I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do a bonus video this week. So here we are. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very soon.